Hello everyone, Ace Hunter here, and today I bring to you my game from LCPL 11 Finals. So my team, the Rama Raiders, has made it to the LCPL Finals, and we're facing the Skitty Committee, which is a team led by Lily AC, and actually it was the team that I was in last LCPL. And last LCPL, we also made Finals with the Skitty Committee. And this time I am actually on the opposing side of the court facing them. So my opponent is RC9, and he's a really good player and probably one of the best scoring, best performing players of the tournament as of yet. And I did a little bit of prep against him, and I basically decided to use some stuff that I don't usually use. For example, I've never used the Marini, and never used the Ponyta, and I figured I'd bring those just to make a change, just because I was pretty sure they were going to prepare against me. Also, I feel I have a Life Orb Quirky, which looked good against his Scout, since his Scout was full of coughings, I believe. And yeah, so this was basically the team with double grass just in case of water types. I did not expect Sun, however. My own Scout was relatively weak against Sun, but I figured I didn't think that RC9 would actually use Sun. But here we are. So he's using Sun with a Larvesta, which I like, but also a Magby, which is really interesting. I like Larvesta on Sun because it's a really good slow pivot, and it can bring in very strong attackers such as Charmander safely. But Magby is really interesting. Magby admittedly looks kind of rough for me. I don't have anything to really stop Magby outside of just Ponyta Speed Tide, hopefully. And also my Ponyta is not even Flash Fire, so which is unfortunate. But it's still one thing that goes in that it's good for me is that the Diglett is tasked to get rid of both Ponyta and Marini, which are both good checks to Sun. So it's going to have a hard time doing both. So hopefully I can preserve one of them to as a win con to withstand the powerful Sun Fire type attacks. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I decided to lead Mienfoo because I thought about leading Natu to prevent rocks from Diglett, but I figured he wasn't going to lead Diglett because he needed Diglett to trap Pony and Marini. So I just went for Fu as he goes for the Vulpix lead. So which is expected, just said Sun. Now I figured he was gonna go to very likely go to Larvesta, and I figured the Larvesta might be eject button, so I just decided to knock here. And even if he doesn't go to Larvesta, I mean I can remove Timbers of Allight, or I can just deal a big chunk of damage to Vulpix. So that was my thought process. He goes to Larvesta, and it does the reveal to be eject button, which is good for me. And now I just went for Taunt, trying to prevent a Morning Sun, but he just goes straight for the U-turn into the Charmander. Now I could have gone High Jump Kick to deal some more damage, but I could have gotten burnt, and if he went for Morning Sun, then that would have been really bad for me, because I just allowed Larvesta to go like back to full, because Morning Sun under Sun recovers more, and I made no progress, and I risked getting burnt. So I just went for the taunt there, as he goes for Charmander. Now because of the chip from U-turn, my Mienfoo actually dies to Weather Ball here, so I had a choice between going either Marini or just like tanking, basically dying. So I figured I could have gone Marini, which can take 2 Weather Balls, but I was scared of him like just going for a bold prediction and going Diglett, and that would be really bad because I didn't like losing Marini. It would just open my whole team for just Weather Ball spam. So I decided to sack my Mienfoo. Um, I could catch a double very easily, but even then, like if I lose Mienfoo, it's not the end of the world. Like Mienfoo wasn't going to be that useful on this team because it invites Larvesta in, which can slow pivot, and it doesn't outspeed Charmander, it speed tides Vulpix, and it loses to Magby as well. So I figured it wasn't a big loss if I lost Mienfoo from an attack, and that's what happens. And now I just go straight to Ponyta here. Without thinking much, just to go like make a snap switch, just to hint that maybe my my Ponyta is Flash Fire. Spoiler alert, it isn't. But I made hopefully I made him think made him think it is. But I think either case, Charmander's Weather Ball wouldn't have killed Ponyta from this range, even if it's Berry Juice. So so Flame Charge is very free here. He has to sack something, aka Larvesta, and I don't kill, which is pretty important since I'm burning another turn of Sun. And now he goes Diglett, which reveals to be Sash Diglett, which is really unfortunate for me. I did not expect that. I thought it would be Life Orb, and Earthquake just kills here. I thought it would be Life Orb because like the Diglett is supposed to be tasked to remove the Mareanie. But Sash kind of makes sense because if ever Diglett wants to, I guess, remove a Ponyta or take a Scald from Mareanie outside of Sun. But now I go Ferroseed because Diglett is like probably the only Pokemon against which Ferroseed can safely set Stealth Rock, and Stealth Rock is obviously really important because even though Larvesta is dead, like half of his team is still weak to Stealth Rock. So I wanted to set those up. And also setting Stealth Rock prevents Diglett from switching back in, right? Because Diglett is at 1 HP, which is also very important to preserve my Mareanie, Marienie's health, so that like Diglett can come back in and trap Mareanie. So I go for the Stealth Rock. As expected, Timber is defog, but I just knock it. And Timber can't one-hit KO Ferroseed, so I just set Rocks again. And now I can just spam Stealth Rock, and he can't remove it because if Stealth Rock has more PP than Defog, so I just spam Stealth Rock until he decides to kill the Ferroseed. And when he does, I can go Natu to prevent him from defogging, because Natu threatens to outspeed and kill Timber. So this goes on for a few turns before Arcanine decides to just kill the Ferroseed. And now Natu forces the Timber out, and he sacks the Diglett, which is pretty useless now because it just dies on switch in. So he goes to Vulpix here. He could have gone Magby, but I think because my Grookey is Life Orb, Grassy Glide does half of Magby's HP with Grassy Glide, and also Grookey lives Magby's Mach Punch at +6 attack, so he can at least beat or trade with Magby. I think Natu's Psychic does more than half to Magby, so if he Belly Drummed there, he would have been knocked down to below half, which allows Grookey to revenge kill, and then Mareanie can probably beat all three of Vulpix, Timber, and Charmander because it's just such a good typing advantage. And yeah, now without Diglett, Mareanie is super safe here. So he goes to Vulpix to set Sun back up to set up Charmander for Charmander. Now he goes Weather Ball, and I go Roost, which is like in retrospect, I didn't even think of this like during the game, but it was actually a really bad play. Like this is a speed tie. Like I could have just won the speed tie, roosted first, and then Vulpix Weather Ball is putting me at half health. I didn't even consider that. Like I knew this Vulpix was Heat Rock because the Sun lasted for 8 turns last time, but I didn't. I don't know what happened in my head. Like I just assumed that Vulpix like outsped Natu like it was Scarf or something. But yeah, thankfully I lost the speed tie there. But yeah, that could have been bad. So I decided to now I have to go to Mareanie here. which is relatively safe. And now I decided to go back to Natu. I expected him to go Timber to try to knock off the Marini, but he didn't do that, which is good. Good for him, because he got half my HP down on Natu. And now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to Marini. As he Weather Balls. Now, I was kind of... Natu was also kind of to scout for Hypnosis. So if he goes for Hypnosis on Marini, I can bounce it back. But he didn't go for that. So I kind of... And also now he switched out, kind of revealing that probably doesn't have Hypnosis. Which is interesting, because I'm wondering what other moves this Vulpix have. Usually the Vulpix runs Weather Ball, Overheat, like Energy Ball and Hypnosis or something like that. I didn't know what other moves it was running, so that was kind of weird. But he goes to Timber here, and now good thing that I go for Sludge Bomb, and now since Marini outspeeds the normal Timber, I can just say, get a clean 2-hit KO here. And Marini preserves its Eviolite, which is really important. And now Magby comes in. So now Magby, because of Sun, I can't scout the Magby. I can't one-hit KO it. But Sludge Bomb still does a lot. So Sludge Bomb has about 80% chance to do 10 HP, so to do half of Magby's HP, and that's all I need for Gricky to be able to revenge kill. And also I also have a chance to poison, which also works even if I get the low roll. So this is really favored for me as a roll for Sludge Bomb. So he goes for Belly Drum anyways. That's his only chance. I go for Sludge Bomb, and I get a crit, which is really crucial. So I get enough damage on the Magby. I can preserve my Marini for the Vulpix and Charmander, and now Gricky can just revenge kill with Grassy Glide. So he trades with the Magby, which is fine, and now my my Marini just wins against Vulpix and Charmander since they can't break through it. So yeah, that was an interesting game. The rest doesn't really matter, since the Marini just survives Charmander and one-hit KOs with Sludge Bomb. So apparently, the Vulpix was intended to be, like from the post-game discussion, the Vulpix was intended to be Memento instead of Energy Ball, which could have changed the game entirely, because if Vulpix Mementoed on the Marini, then Magby could set up, and Marini wouldn't have done enough damage to Magby, and Gricky wouldn't be able to revenge kill. Wouldn't have been able to revenge kill, and that was if it had a Memento, that would have been probably winning for him. Now, admittedly, I did get the crit on Sludge Bomb, so it didn't really matter in the end. But it was probably if it had Memento, like it would have almost guaranteed as a win. Like it would have guaranteed one. So it was kind of unfortunate that I didn't have that for him. And also I might have gotten a little lucky that they had a little error in the team builder, but I'll take it. I kind of didn't expect Sun, but thankfully it kind of worked out regardless. So yeah, that was my game against RC9. Now I believe I am 5-3 overall, and I think I'm 5. Wait, hold on. Let me take a look. I'll pause this. Yeah, so I am currently 5-3 overall and 5-2 in SSLC, which is a pretty good record. Obviously, it's not over because maybe there's going to be a playoffs if our series gets tied. So stay tuned for that if that happens. But I think I'm pretty happy with my tournament overall. I wish I could have played more SMLC than I wished that I did, but can't get everything. So this was actually the first game of the series. So currently the Rem Raiders, my team, is leading 1-0 against the Skitty Committee, and the rest of the games, probably some of them will be on the official LC channel. So there's going to be a link below in the description, and stay tuned and follow that channel's updates to see which team will come out victorious. So that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.